talk about the engineering aspect of Lloabkish. As we established before, Lloabkish is a pre-temple demon, as a pre-empire, so he's a spiritual architect. He lays the foundation for the Mishkan, for the city of Kish. He lays the structure. Now, Lloabkish is not simply a king, nor a prophet, nor a voice or a vision. He is something more. He's an engineer. Not of buildings, not of kings, but of realities and consequences. So here we have a much more timeline approach of Lloabkish. As we established as long before, he is a master of consequences, of chain and sequence actions. So he did not found hell through rebellion. He did not burn it into being. He simply wrote the law that made it permanent. Structure is what remains when everything else has been burned away. So this is maybe the Yod, the Yasin, or the Yesod, which in the case of Yod, he is directly opposite of a demon called Bloyosh, Belui Yod Shasa. He who tears apart the law, he who tears apart the Yod and decays it, which his biblical reference is the fall of the walls of Jericho. Now we have an opposite spirit. He who strengthens the law, the Yesod, the Yod. So this is an interesting correlation that I made right now. But anyways, you can conquer a territory, you can break a throne and behead the king. But if the system still functions, if the law still remains in place, the empire survives. A modern reflection of the above is how Israel, the modern state, assassinates the leader of their rivals, but the group still remains. Anyways, he is not the fire, he's the frame that the fire cannot consume. In that way, he's much like a brazen vessel that the King Solomon bound demons to. Hell is not house, it is law without forgiveness. So hell is Golahab indeed, the fiery ones. And how Golahab is created? It's either too much of your own strength, being too powerful for your own good, like Gaza, strength too strong for your own good, and you are just like a bull that crushes any wall, any resistance, and in the end you just hit your head real hard without achieving much of anything. Or so first is consumed by your own strength, and the second is the flow of divine energy without Kesed, without Gundula, without grace, without glory. Without grace, you flow from the Sephiroth, from the Kabbalah. And when the time of Yembura comes, you find no Kesed, and this energy just scatters. He defines the spiritual logic of the Infernal Empire. If you are building a spiritual system or a magical system, a Lloabkish can be called to guide you through it and enforce it into existence. You can speak in name and you can summon its fires. But if you want it to last, if you want it to stand without your will popping up, you need to invoke the infernal engineer, Lloabkish. Lloabkish turns language into protocol, desire into infrastructure. He is the demon of endurance. Call him when you are ready to encode, not conjure. See the system so permanent you can walk away from it. And you can return years later and still find that it functions.